Is it true that law schools give full ride scholarships? If you haven't done so already, I strongly encourage you to go to lsatdemon.com/scholarships and start playing around with some numbers. You should start with your undergraduate GPA, especially if you've already signed up for credential assembly service and you know what your LSAC adjusted GPA is. You're going to need to know what that is at some point, or at least you're going to need to upload all your transcripts to LSAC, and they're going to have to calculate this LSAC GPA. But you put the LSAC GPA in, and then you put, or just whatever GPA is on your transcript. If you haven't done that yet, that's fine too. Put in your GPA, put in an LSAT score, hit submit, and then you're going to see a whole array of offers ranging from no scholarship all the way up to not only full ride, but full ride plus, because not only do law schools give full rides, but they frequently give stipends to try to attract talent to their school. One of the highest ranked schools that I know of that does stipends is the University of Michigan Law School. It's an excellent law school. It's a dream law school for most applicants, but it's not a dream law school for every applicant, because if you've got a 3.9 and a 175, then you're a good candidate for Harvard and Stanford and Yale, and Michigan knows that. And in order to try to poach the very best students from Harvard and Stanford and Yale, they will not only give a full tuition scholarship, but sometimes they'll end up giving a stipend. And we've heard of people turning down Harvard, specifically turning down Harvard and taking a $10,000 a year living stipend at the University of Michigan. So I mean, think about that. It's a top 14 school for $0. Plus, they're going to write you a check every year for 10 grand that you can use for rent and food and whatever. And it's a hell of a bargain. So law schools absolutely do give full ride scholarships. You'll notice on the scholarship estimator, which Abigail has put a link in the chat, that scholarship estimator, when you click submit, it does have a link to the 509 report. That's an American Bar Association document. 509 is like the number of the code or whatever when they made this policy. But these documents are, they have to be disclosed by every American Bar Association accredited school every year. And what our estimator does is it just takes that public data and then it spits out like, well, based on their application numbers, because you'll see on those 509s, it's got percentile ranges for LSAT and percentile ranges for GPA. And then it's got a whole matrix of what scholarships those schools give. The estimator uses that data and pretty accurately, as it turns out, spits out what you should expect at a wide array of schools. So I honestly can't imagine applying to law school without looking at that. It is a negotiation, whether you participate or not. It's a negotiation. Law schools, as you'll see from the 509 reports, I don't like this, but it's a fact that law schools charge everybody a different price. And if you don't pay attention to that information that is publicly available, well, then you're just kind of putting yourself in a bad negotiating position to begin with. Schools do make bad offers. Like, you'll apply and they'll admit you and you deserve a scholarship, but they won't offer you one. And you might have to follow up and say, okay, thank you so much for admitting me. When will scholarship information be following? And as long as you're professional about it and polite about it, they're not going to like all of a sudden retract their offer and of admission. And if they do make you a scholarship offer, like, it could be that you deserve a full ride at this school based on your numbers. You deserve a full ride. They give people who have similar numbers to you a full ride, but they only offer you, some partial discount. They give you $10,000 a year or something, and the tuition is $55,000 a year. And that $10,000 scholarship is, kind of an insult, frankly. And you don't want to act insulted, but you can absolutely turn around and say, oh, I was wondering if you could reconsider that scholarship offer, potentially because you have other offers in hand from other competitive schools or from higher ranked schools, especially. And I have seen people get as much as 135,000 extra dollars over 3 years because they sent an email. It was specifically UC Berkeley matching an offer from Columbia. Columbia had offered an applicant a full ride. UC Berkeley had admitted them and offered zero. And this applicant sent an email to the Berkeley admissions office and said, hey, I've got this full ride from Columbia. I'm inclined to take that offer. Is there anything that you can do about my scholarship? And Berkeley turned around almost instantly and was like, oh, yeah, actually we have this full ride scholarship that we can offer you. And so this applicant ended up going to Berkeley instead of Columbia. So yeah, not only do they give full ride scholarships, but it is negotiable, and you need to, step one, arm yourself by looking at that 509 data.